Hey everyone, so my name's Nicole, I also work for Kristen Rosebean and company. I honestly have way too many characters to list out every single one. That in itself would probably take about 5 minutes, and I really don't feel like doing that. So I'm just going to jump straight into the questions here. Not that there's a lot, but meh. So my first question comes from my darling wife, Ashley Rosebean. So her first question is, why are you so mean to your carries? The simple and easy answer to that is that I'm really just absolutely sadistic. I love the idea of putting my characters in some sort of danger, especially if they have a lover in their life, because of the fact that it has a tendency to bring them closer together. I don't know why, but tragedies equals lovey-doveyness, and I'm all about that. So sadistic plus love equals yay me. So there's that one. Okay. The next question is, who is your favorite character besides Kristen? Honestly, I don't have one. Kristen is my baby. Always has been, always will be. There really is absolutely no comparison after her. After that, it's just straight line. Everybody else is on the same bar. No difference. Her next question is, why is Ashlyn so crazy to have 7 kids? I think it's that's sort of hard. I think maybe it's just because of the fact that they are, I don't know, they just love having kids. Maybe it makes them feel young, maybe it's just that they feel like they have too much love and they need to share it, or maybe they just enjoy having sex entirely too much, which is possible too. Okay, and the next question is, how many kids will Secret Character 2 have? Honestly, I don't see her having more than 2. I don't. She's just, there's so many relatives that having any more than that would drive her insane. I think her preference though would be to have none, honestly. To just grow old with, whoever she settles down with and just leave it at that for the rest of her life. And then the next question is, Ashlyn or Emily? Ashlyn, all the way. All the way. There is no competition in that. No. Okay. So, next set of questions comes from David James Lexington, who asks, what was the first thought Kristen had when she enrolled in Dark Dueling? I think she was in 5th or 6th year, so she was still trying to get adjusted to Durmstrang and figure out the ropes, so she was probably just hoping that she would be able to survive the class and do okay and well enough to pass without looking like an absolute idiot. And the second question is, are you planning on making Kira a Dark Wizard? He graduated spring 2014, so yeah, he's already a Dark Wizard. Yay! Alright, next question comes from Lena Savari, who asks, what's it like getting France's most eligible bachelor to commit? I'm gonna be a butt and say which one. I know you mean Baron, however, this is not the first time I've quote-unquote picked up France's most eligible bachelor, because the first one was Riley, and I got him too. So, but since I know you're referring to Baron, I'm going to say, pretty dang proud. It took a year of work, hard work, and I wasn't about to let go. I have a tendency to be really stubborn about things that I want, especially when it comes to the Battle of Love. So, yeah, pretty dang proud. It feels good. There's your answer. Okay. The next one comes from Sadie, who asks, what's up with Rod's gift to Luke and what happened to the family? You're gonna hate me for this one. Not telling. There's a secret plot involved, which you may or may not have an idea with based on Jess's answer earlier today. But there is a secret plot involved as to an in-character reason why Rod left the family, but out of character, as Jess said, I got tired of waiting. Waiting 4 months for a reply was too long. I do not have the patience to wait that long for a response. Simple as that. And she had already ruined her and Juliet, so sorry, I was done. Okay. Next question comes from Bonnie Varain-Savinska, who asks for me, the writer, who my favorite companion is and who my favorite Doctor Who ship. I still haven't been able to watch season 4 at all. Sorry. But from what I have seen so far, I do like, I do like Rose the best, just because I feel like she puts her heart and soul into devoting herself to the Doctor until the point where they are permanently split, as far as I know. And then my favorite Doctor Who ship, as if you really need to ask, that is going to go straight to 9 and me. Sorry, no canon. Nope. Okay. Next question comes from Zaylee Jennings, who asks what my favorite memory with Kristen and Zaylee is, for both character and writer. For writer, probably just the times when I have freaked out right at the beginning and not knowing what I'm doing around the site. You really helped me to figure that out. Kristen looked up to Zaylee as a mentor, just because she was so nice and wasn't, judgmental against her just because she was a Slytherin, especially because she was different from the others and could care less about mudbloods. Obviously that's changed over the years, but originally that's how she was, and you were accepting of that. And as for the character-wise, honestly, I know I keep bringing this up, but this is exactly why. Zaylee's Sweet 16th. I took a lot of pride in making the preparations, setting up the place, sending out the messages to everybody you wanted at the party, making the cake, doing everything in my power just to, try and make it a good birthday for Zaylee. And it turned out so well. And, I could feel just how grateful you were for that. And, I loved it. Made me happy, made Kristen happy. Hey, love all around, darling. Okay, and her next question is, which inactive carry of yours do you miss the most? Honestly, I think that would probably have to be May, because she had a lot of potential, and I guess because of the fact that she never really had any friends, only lovers, that all sort of faded away, and so now she doesn't have anybody, and it's just, she's dead because I've got nobody for her to be with. And she's a loving, wonderful person, that she's a writer, and I can relate a lot to her, just because I sort of have that same mentality of loving somebody and having that passion for writing and putting your whole heart into it, and it's just potential gone unnoticed, and that kills me. Okay, and our last question is, what is my favorite thing about role-playing? Again, that goes back to writing. Writing is my release. It is my safe place. It is my haven. It is everything to me. I've always adored writing. It's in my blood, apparently, because I've seen the stories my great-grandfather has written, be it they were, little children's stories, but, he wrote a lot, and that's something that I love to, heck, I write dream journals. I, writing is where I feel the most comfortable. And role-playing gives me that opportunity to write without feeling like I have some sort of deadline. And I can get feedback on a daily basis, hey, you should do this, you should do that, you can improve here, I like being able to have that. And, role-playing gives me that opportunity, and it expands my imagination, which I'm forever scared is going to one day just be gone. I cherish my imagination, and, having my muse dry up on me a lot as of late scares me, and I don't need that. So, role-playing is just the most amazing thing. And, I know you only said my favorite, but very close. Number 2 has to be the people, because I have had very, very rough spots in my life where, I'm 95% sure that if it weren't for the people who I roleplay with and I have talked to, that I would not be here today, because the stress amount put me through so much that it was terrible. My life was an absolute shipwreck, and I was drowning. I was literally drowning, and if it weren't for some friends who helped me to keep it together, I would not be here. And it was my roleplay friends who did that. Nobody in real life bothered. In that, having the friends that I did really made a big difference in my life. Okay, so next from Candy Van Valkenburg, she says, Kira went from a cool brother to a sucky one where Drina is not even feeling related to him. Can you make him a cool brother again? Sorry, no. Because your definition of cool would mean going back to the way that he was when I first started writing him, which was a naive child who followed Juliet around like a lost puppy, and that's not the way I wanted him. I wanted him to be this asshole whose only cares were for the people he loved, which is Drina and now Tassie. And, so no, he's not about to follow somebody who is on the side of light, because it's not him, and he's in love with Tassie. Simple as that. He's not gonna leave him. Sorry, I know you hate that, but you're gonna have to deal, darling. Okay, and the last question comes from Sadie, who asks me as a writer, am I a teacher? Because you seem to know a lot about the struggles of being a teacher. No, I am not a teacher. However, I spent 2 years as a teacher cadet in my high school, where I learned about being a teacher, how to make lesson plans, how to teach students, how to go from day to day, what you're expected to do, what the standards are, just everything involved in the process of becoming a teacher. I learned. And I did take a full year's worth of education courses in college. So, yes, I am fully aware of what it means to be a teacher and how hard that is. But no, I am not a certified teacher. So, there's that. Okay, so that was the last of my questions, and if you have any more, feel free to ask, and hey, I will do my best. I honestly expected something ridiculous, but meh. Also, one more point I'm going to make is going back to Sadie's question, with what's up with Rod, Skip to Loop. Let's just say more of a pre-will thing. That's the most I'm gonna say on that. Other than that, like I said, secret plot. So yeah, and I know my life is insanely busy now, what with my job and going back to college, but if you're up for roleplay, let me know. And I usually try to get back to people within 2 weeks, at the latest a month. And I'm pretty good about getting back, so if you want to roleplay, hey, hit me up. Okay. Alright, and thanks for watching. I know this has been actually longer than I expected, but yeah, there we go. Bye.